Okay. Did some testing. I'm not sure how to increase the quality of the actual stream yet, like the bitrate. YouTube is supposed to be able to take a lot higher bitrate that it's actually showing, which is quite annoying. But we'll work around with that for a while. Just stream some more of this beautiful game, which I truly love. I should definitely start looking into a way to get my second monitor working again, so it's easier to read chat. Not that there's many people talking in it, but that would be nice if I could follow that a bit easier than having to alt tab the entire time. Let's see where we left off. Let's pause the game for a bit. Let's see. Okay, we got some salt workers. I think we have 3 people over here that aren't working at all. Foresters. Okay, so it was this one. Yeah. We've got another sick family. They're both sick there. There's no one living here yet, and then we have this person, I think. Yes, okay. Good. That's great. That means that both of these will be working here and there, respectively. And I think I'm going to start assigning person to this place. And I'm going to assign them to basically work this entire area. Like that. Advanced. Protect, which are vulnerable to reduce. Yeah, okay, so this is fine. I want to keep this on. This is a new setting, which blocks people from actually using or actually cutting down stuff in the vicinity of resources like the animals or the mushrooms. So what will basically happen is like over here, how the AI leaves this alive. And that's basically what I want to put up as well, so that we can safely keep chopping away. I guess about this area is fine. There we go. And then I also want to upgrade these a little bit so that these are centered around these places, so that they never run out, basically. So we'll make it a little bit bigger. Put one there, and then for this person, make it something like this, so that also the bottom part of it is included. Maybe something like this. Should be fine. It's quite a large area, I know, but it's okay. It should be fine. If we really need extra people working it, we can always upgrade these buildings over here. Now let's see. We should have set up this. Now there's 2 sick people in here. We have now an extra woodcutter, which is great. Who's gonna make some firewood, some charcoal, I mean. Some firewood, so that we can produce it into charcoal. Let's see. Now we want at least one more person to start working. Okay, we need to think about this for a second. I want at least one extra person in this place. And I'm gonna accept everything in here, but I'm not gonna let them set up a market stall, I think. Because it will distribute resources from their workplace. I think... No, you know what? I'll leave it on. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't change that much. It's gonna be over here anyway. We could even make a second marketplace if we really wanted to. Closer. Like maybe here. So we have 2 marketplaces. I mean, actually, yeah, we could do that. Maybe that would be nice. Maybe just have this be food only. And just have fuel and other materials over here. Or over here, maybe. Because realistically, medieval towns and cities would have separate markets, places for markets. So what we could do, potentially, is something like this. Let's see, 15, 16, 15, 14. I like the look of this somewhat. So let's keep that in mind. We'll probably build a modern market over here at some point, and then we'll probably finish up this side of town by making a nice row of houses here at the back. For now, this is fine. I'm gonna leave it like this. They're gonna keep going. He's gonna start chopping wood. He's gonna start planting trees. He's gonna start planting trees. And then we have everyone here set up correctly. Except for you, which are gonna continue. You're going to Actually, let's leave these two. Let's leave these two unassigned for now. We don't truly need them working the planks or the logging camp right now. So I'm not going to do anything with that. These two are both foresters, which is just fine. This person can produce... Let's make some more chicken. Fine. Oh, there you go. They right away start moving in. Actually, no, they didn't. It was this building over here. This is my new expansion area, which is going to probably be artisans. And I might switch them around with these. It depends on what will look nice, but yeah. Okay, good. This person is already a miner. Let's, for now, put all of these people that are gonna come in as new citizens into the mining pits. Because that way we will have 3 people left, because I can fit 1 more in here. They also scaled that down. Mining pits now only hold 3 people instead of more than 3 people. There you go. Okay. Did we set all of this up? Yes, we did. Good. Okay. Now we're going to wait until most of these people join. And we're going to start building some more firewood, because these people are going to they're transporting. Okay, what are they transporting? Transporting tools. Ah, right, I forgot about that. Yeah, we need to do something about that relatively soon. Yeah, we're gonna need to do something about that relatively soon, because currently we do not produce any tools at all. I do, however, make quite a bit of money. I think I should be able to make enough money to basically do this. What I want to do is, I don't want to directly import tools. Maybe I do actually. It's only 13. I changed this as well, I believe. Might be a waste to actually import tools. But what we could do is we could say that we import. Okay, let's calculate this. This would be 2. I don't think this actually uses tools. This uses tools, 2 a year at least. So that means 2, 3. This is 1, I believe. 4, 5, 6, because this is 2 as well. And then this is also gonna be 2. So at least 8. So let's say 10 a year to have some spares. So if we import 10 a year, that would mean 130 a year on just tools that we spend. Now I don't think I can afford that with currently selling only pelts. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna buy this trade route for salt right away. There you go. We're going to export all the salt until it reaches 0. Press enter, and we even bought the trade route for it, but I guess these will also be the traders will also be transporting it, which is good. Now our food is going up quite steadily. Our fuel, however, isn't, because currently we're only producing a little bit of firewood, and that's mostly because all the way out here is where they're cutting firewood. And these people seemingly aren't actually working yet. They're transporting spears and large shields. I don't understand why, though. Interesting. I guess they are the last people that could be part of my militia. Interesting. Anyway. I'm going to start fast forwarding again in a bit, I believe. Because we're gonna make some good money on salt. For sure. We need to sell 3 salt to buy 1 tool. So let's say we buy until the inventory reaches 20. Probably be very expensive, wouldn't it? Interesting. How did I do this last time? I think last time I basically jumped into farming almost right away. Because farming... Let's see. Over here. Yeah, over here it was. Farming... I can make quite a lot of money a year by selling the flour. I don't think I'm going to initially produce bread here, because I'm just going to keep these all tier 1 until I can get some steady flow of ale or beer going, which I'm going to produce in this region. This region will have... let's see, barley. There you go. The rich soil. So could probably do that better over here than over here. I mean, there is small spots here where I could do it, but I don't think this is worth it. If I do this, let's see how much it will be. Yeah, see, it's only 44%, which is, it's just trash. I'm not gonna bother with it. I wanna try to keep that. Ah, shit, that sucks. That sucks. That is going down. Oh well, that's fine. It's probably because I'm building more, so this is going up, means this and this will go down. Yeah. Yeah, probably. That's okay though. As long as we can keep this above or around 70, I'm a happy man. Okay. Let's wait until that last person joins so we can add them to the surface mine of salt. And then I want to start producing some more. Trees are coming along just nice. It's going to take a while before this is all fully replanted, but it should be fine. Let's see, where are they planting? Ah, see, yeah, they're planting everywhere. Which is exactly what I want. Because there's going to be a lot of spaces here. Mostly I'm going to be chopping firewood. Let's see, the people are still transporting something for some reason. Why? What are you transporting? Large shields, large shields. Okay, where do you live? Here. And why are you transporting large shields? You already have them. Interesting. Did I upgrade this? No, I did not. For some reason, they're transporting instead of working in the... Oh, is that new, maybe? Since it's too far, they're not going to work here. Let's see what happens if I speed this up a little bit. Gathering. Okay. Wait. Let's see. Yep, he's moving. Moving. Okay, good. Felling a tree, crafting. Felling a tree, crafting. Good, okay. So they're working now. But they will probably be transporting quite a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I would like 2 people to join. We currently almost have 80 approval, which means we could get 2 people move in per month, which is what I want. Let's see. Firewood goes up relatively quickly. There we go. I'm going to keep playing on the normal speed again. I'm going to leave this here for a bit, so we can get some nice shots. get back into this, huh? We're not taking a break anymore. Sometimes you just need to do stuff, right? Small break, small break. Let's see, what are our villagers doing right now? I see that some of these trees are finally starting to grow, which is nice. We currently have 42 firewood, and I think I want to start getting a permanent person onto the charcoal. Because I want to definitely start producing and selling charcoal. Currently we only have 16 families with a population of 46, which that's not too much. I think in the Middle Ages, like a rich, I guess you would call it maybe a baron, translated, who would rule over a region of the size of something like this. Would have a couple of villages, you know. He would maybe rule over some, I guess 20 to 50 households, or families, I guess, in this game. I guess 50 would be on the higher side. Would be a knight or a landed lord. I guess a baron would be a little bit more above that, who would rule over multiple regions. I guess some 100 to 200 households. I guess 200 might be. It really depends on the place and time, though. But currently, the leader of this place would be a very poor noble person, only ruling over 16 families, as you can see, which would probably not get him a lot of income. Currently we even make 0 income because we're not even taxing anything, as this region doesn't even have a manor yet. And I do want to build a manor, and I think I might build it over here, I decided. Because I kind of like the idea of it overlooking the village a bit, but also having control over the trade road. It's a nice bit of lore or roleplay, I guess. We can make it. There is some rye fertility here, but I don't think I'm gonna care. I'm probably just gonna go all in for this area over here with the rye fertility. So there's even 3 over here, which is, I mean, that's great. Something got built. Or am I? No, I think something got built, but I can't see it. Thought maybe I had the stream open in the background, but it turns out I do not. Did someone join a house, perhaps? No, they did not. Anyway, we're going into year 3. We're currently in year 2 still in August, but we're going towards the winter of the third year. I guess second and third year. These look rather nice as well. Arched charcoal rounds. The detail on these are great. Foresters transformed into charcoal. Yeah, it's actually, they do need to go all the way to these places to actually restock upon these things. So having a central market that isn't walking very far for most of your townspeople is actually quite a smart idea to do. But yeah, I'm not doing that right now. I'm just building what looks pretty. I just personally hope we can get some of these trees regrown rather quickly. Let's see. We are still waiting for people to join. I guess we're gonna fast forward a bit more, because we do need people to start joining. Let's see. A work area is empty for the forester, that's fine. I'm gonna let that be for now. I'm not gonna min-max that. I don't know if there's actually a calendar mode. another bandit camp. There should be one. I'm not sure. Anyway, we currently have 3 bandit camps on the map. One spawned actually rather close to us. So this winter, we're definitely going for this one. Because it's close enough for us to quickly hop back and forth. And we produce enough food to definitely take them on. And with that I mean, we definitely have enough time to just move back and forth. There we go. The last family I want to add to the salt mine, which is going to start making us most of our money. Great, yes, we're selling these quite a bit already. How's this doing? Still pretty good. Yeah, because our teaming, our forest affinity is still very high, we can actually make a lot of use of this small one, which is nice. I think we might want to start making something a little bit like this.
Why do I have to carry this alone?
So that we can at least build 1 or 2 more houses over here.
This is heavier than it looks.
And then we can call this a street. Let's make the back end over here. Let's see. I don't have enough goods, but it would allow me to build 2 houses here. So I think I might just leave it at that, because I do want to make sure that I have enough people that can work in these places. Because I'm eventually going to move this as well, and then we're just going to have this be the back end. And I think I'm going to move my charcoal production. I think I'm going to move my charcoal production somewhere completely else, because I want to make sure that this is part of the town, right? This can be a long street, which would be nice. There we go, another family joined us. Let's see what we can appoint you to. You're producing chicken already, and I think I'm just going to put them on charcoal. There you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this woodcutter back and forth between just producing charcoal and making some firewood. So right now we have 100 firewood, and that 100 firewood we can turn into 200, well, I guess we can double it basically. So what we're gonna do now is we have plenty of firewood to start working on our charcoal again. And then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna assign them back to there. Then they're gonna turn this all into charcoal, which we can then use. And once we have a nice head start on the charcoal, I want to get around 300-ish, maybe 350, and then I'm going to start selling the excess that I have. Then I have at least a year or a year and a half worth of charcoal in my city for the amount of population that I'm aiming for right now, which should be around, let's say, I want to get some... Get another 10 maybe families at least, and I think with 300 that should be enough for an entire year. 300 charcoal, that is. And those 10 people, I want at least 1 person in the storehouse, at least 1 person in the mine, at least 1 person in the clay furnace, and it seems that I can put 5 workers in this clay furnace. I wonder whether or not that is really necessary. 5 seems like a lot for such a building, right? But for now, we'll leave it as is. Let's make a little path going like this. Oh, it's my mouse button. It resets the camera view. Okay, nice. also add a couple more food production options to these buildings. And looking at this, it seems like we're actually doing quite okay. The milk seems to be spoiling rather quickly though. Or is it actually, do we have milk in here? No. Spoilage of the eggs is very low, but I think the spoilage of the milk is actually going to be quite different. How many goats do we have? We currently only have 2 goats. Let's get another goat here. So we can start getting some leather. Because we also get a bonus on leather because of the butter. The bark gathering. Tannery yields increased proportional to the woodland environment. So we get 71% bonus of that. Will probably go down a little bit since we are going to be building more. But that means that if we build a tanner, some tanner. Nice picture, by the way. I haven't seen these yet. See, this one doesn't have one. This one doesn't have one either. This one does have one. Very nice. I haven't seen this yet. Maybe these are new as well. Anyway, the tanner will produce leather from hides. So it will produce leather from hides, but not from the pelts. Pelts currently don't have a function yet, so nothing we can do about that. Where should we place a tannery? We can probably get that ready about now. Tannery would often be located outside of a town or outside of a village, since the process of actually making leather, well, they used piss to actually soak the hides they got to make them much easier to work with. And yeah, I can't really put it any other way than that. Hence why tanners were often smelly people. It was actually a bit of a swear word to call people a tanner, or a son of a tanner, I guess. It's, you know, give or take. These are like myths, but yeah. They would often be located outside of the town. So where would our tanner live? Realistically, would make sense if we put it somewhere out of the way. Maybe over here. A little bit outside of the town. Build a little house next to it. You can have like a little larger plot over here. Don't want to put it too close to the only water source I have. Maybe we should build it over somewhere else. I was thinking about maybe putting it here. Next to the hunting camp. I don't know if that would make a lot of sense though. And I'm also not sure that if I put it here that I can actually get... Well, yeah, we could, because there's a storehouse here, so we can definitely make sure all the resources will be gathered quickly. Let's think about this for a second. We are going to allow this place to collect stuff, and then we're also going to allow them to put goods to a market. We'll just eventually probably block them from, or what we could do, which might actually not be a bad idea, is build another granary over here as well. Maybe build another granary here as well. Because if we get another granary going, what we can do is basically turn this into a new part of the city, or a part of the town, with its own little market. Not sure where I would put the market though. Do have some space here if we remove the charcoal kiln, which I was planning on moving anyway. For now, I think I might just leave it as is. No, I'm not gonna build another granary here. It doesn't seem like a good idea for now. Tavern, does it fit here? It does not. Mm. Oh, we can, however, put some extra water down. Because we are starting to build towards these places. So for the houses over here, it might not even be a bad idea to just get some water going. I could even put it here in this corner. I think I might just do that. I might just do that. Since I am going to... I have quite a lot of families living here already. I think there's 2 in here, 2 in here, 1 in here. At least, I think there's also 2 in here? No, there's not 2 in here. I think it's just 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have at least 5 families already living here. So put down a little... well, and I think to make that well a little bit more important, or at least location, I should probably just put a granary down anyway. I think this could actually work rather nicely. I'll put it down here, but we need some extra goods for that. So let's stone gatherer's camp, because they require these, and I'll just put it down over here. Yeah, I don't think it matters that much. Let's just get this 117 stone really quick, or as quickly as we can at least. I should have at least one person. Okay, no, they're still online. No, I guess the only people that are not working a job right now are these 2 and okay. Who is not working another job right now? Minor unassigned. Okay, so it's this person. Let's purchase some more goats for this pot. Yeah, that salt is doing us a lot of good. We should definitely try to keep this salt production up. Very good, very nice. Try to fill this in. Would look a little bit nicer. I wish you could, if there was a tool for it. Because this doesn't fit either, does it? No. It's too bad. Maybe a market? Sometimes the markets fit into weird spots in this game. This would work. It just thickens the road, but it doesn't actually... let's just remove it. There we go. It does look a little bit better like this, though. I mean, it's the same way that how we can do it over here. If we want to make this road look nicer, we can do this. And then it would fill it up. So anything that actually borders a market will become a thicker road. Okay, nice. That well's finished. And I think they're, yes, they're also building a stonecutter's camp. Great. And I'm just going to put all 3 of them into the stonecutter's camp. It's going to do another autosave for me. Let's see, market food variety. I wish it would go up 1% more because... yeah. Because I'm currently... And let's just put all 3 of them on it. And then it should just start cutting this down relatively quick. I don't think I have any other extra citizens on the way. Let's see, how many animals do we have? We have 9 chickens, 6 goats. Let's get another goat. I think it's 2 goats per house, isn't it? Yes. So let's get another goat, and let's get another... We do already have 9 chickens, so I guess it's 3 chickens per homestead. I'm going to assume. Let's see, 1, 2... I think we had one over here. Yes, 3. So it's 3 chickens per thing. Let's get that up to 12 then as well. Let's get 1 more chicken and another goat. Oh, I don't know why it does that actually. I don't mind it though, it does look nice to have like these little paths going around it. I'm not sure yet about this road though, but for now I'll keep it. See, they're cutting this down relatively quick, meaning that I can probably just destroy this before it actually requires me to buy tools for it. So we are running, I don't want to say low on tools, but yeah. And which, let's see, which one we're gonna get? 1 more goats. There we go. And we have 8 goats, 8 pigs, and 12 chickens. Perfect. Only 12 more stone to be get. Sorry, 11. I said 12. Let's see until this goes down all the way. Then I'm gonna stop fast forwarding. Come on, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, which means that all of them will be done with their job. Meaning I'm going to remove all of this. Now that this is actually emptied out, I don't require this building anymore because I don't have any more stone on this map. Go to the missions and get all this timber back. Okay, so let's put the speed back to normal. And let's see. Next year is coming up. We want to try to maybe get rid of this bandit camp. Did they change anything about the bandits? Are they using new shields? No, they're not. No, they look the same. They look pretty much exactly the same. That's fine. Here. Our town is coming along nicely. Yes, I think we do want to start getting a tannery going, because the leather we have are producing, we can just turn into leather, and the leather we can just sell. I think leather sells for 3 or 4 silver pieces. I'm just calling it silver because I don't rightly know what it's actually called. Because hides themselves are only worth 2. I think leather might be 4. Oh no, okay, it says here, leather's 3 per piece. Then I'm not really sure if it's worth it to actually produce leather out of them. Might as well just sell them as hides. Especially on other regions where we can more easily get hides from leather. Although we do have the forest affinity here, so actually making leather here in this area wouldn't be a bad idea, since we do have a lot of forest affinity, making our tanneries much more efficient. So I think that might be something we should look into. Okay, yeah, we're hitting a wall here. We need more. Okay, yeah, so this is great. These are all starting to regrow. I completely forgot when I put this on. I think we just did this, right? Yeah, we just put it here in the middle. It's just this entire area, which is fine. I'm just gonna put that there. And then I'm gonna do the same for this logging camp. Just gonna make it as big as I can. Something like this. Put it right in the middle here. This way I'm sure that I'm getting the same radius cut down as I am replanting, because if I'm not mistaken, I can just do this, make it a little bit bigger, put it down there, and I'm gonna do the same for this one. Just put that as the center. I think it was something like this. There you go. And that means that I'm going to put these guys, which are now unassigned, going to put them into the logging camp. So they're going to start producing some more timber for me. And I have 2 people left. I think one of them is this guy. Oh no, they're still charcoal burning. Ah, okay. So they completely fixed all of this. So I'm going to put them back into this one. Good. So we're gonna produce some more firewood. We currently have plenty of charcoal, which we can also start selling in a bit. And then I want to... I think I might just get some new houses going. I said I wanted to move. Charcoal pit for that. Not sure where to, so I think I might just build some houses here in a bit, because we need the lumber first, but yeah. Doesn't look very nice. I want it to look good as well. It needs to look a bit something like this could work. They would be rather small backyard extensions, but we could also stop building backyard extensions for now. So we are going to be producing a lot of food coming years, as I want to start building some smallholdings, since we chose the Bamberg smallholders origin, which allows us to make burgage plots into small holdings, which turns them, their backyard job, into full-time jobs, making the production a lot. If you use this on vegetables, for instance, you can actually create very efficient vegetable gardens by making them pretty large and making sure that there's 2 families working in it. So then there will be 2 families full-time working a very large vegetable field. That way you can produce a lot of vegetables in a very short time. You only need a couple of these per like 20, sorry, not 20, but maybe like 10 families, because they just produce so much, and the rate at which you'll then have to collect them will be probably higher than the rate that you'll actually eat them. Since spoilage is actually quite low on the upgraded granary, you'll never really run into trouble there. Anyway, we had a little plan of building a granary here, so we can add some more. So we can add some more buildings here. What we could actually do is leave this maybe like this, and perhaps we can build the granary there, and then we build some extra houses over here. Oh, why is it acting like that? It's not actually... Is it just me, or... Is it not actually... I think this is okay. Again, this would not have these wouldn't have extensions, which isn't the end of the world. And it would look kind of nice, I think, over there. And then we can fill it up along this route as well. And maybe have another... and maybe have a sheep farm or something later down the line over here.
This is heavier than it looks.
And then actually build a little marketplace out of this as well. I don't know which is the point at which I should snap this. How many marketplaces? 6. That's great, because there's 3 people that are going to work in there, and 3 in the small granary as well. So what we could do is just build this and have like a very small marketplace over here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that. Which means I'm going to build that granary I was talking about, probably somewhere here. Do we want to build it towards that side, though? No, I think I might just do it like this. Can't really move it. I'll just build it here, that's fine. And then what we can do is we can either build houses along this road, if we can find the right spot for it. So maybe here? Why is this not working? This works, okay. I mean, we could even make it longer if we really wanted to. So they would have extensions. But then again, kind of want to have this be this village center and have like roads go along longer paths like that. So what happens if I would do... Ah, this doesn't snap. That sucks.
Come on.
Come on. Come on. Well, this is one building at least. That would make this road a bigger road, which would look nice. But then again, what about this? Ah, this way it does fit rather tightly, but it would have an actual backyard extension. Maybe I should just remove this road. Not sure yet. But I do want to start upgrading this area a little bit. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, for now I'll just see if we can fit something in here. We can, although it looks rather strange. This could work. I mean, might as well just do it like this then, no? So it's just one person extra. We can start working in that plot? I don't know. I'm not sure. We are doing great. That salt is selling like hotcakes.
Burn the house. Not
I wish I could see which buildings have people that aren't working. Oh yeah, we've one over here. I guess one over here? No, it's a charcoal burner. Forester. Is it this person? I guess it's on a sign over there.
He spat it in my face and tried to carve me a new nipple.
We're already going on to 4 timber. You know what? I'm going to put this person on there as well. So we can get a head start on the timber, which you can then start to turn into planks. And we want to probably put this limit a little bit lower. Let's say... I don't understand why the timber storage of this place is 28. But let's say that we want to put in at least... that we want to keep at least half always available to use. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong things. Advanced. Put it to 14. And we'll stop producing planks when we reach 100. It's more than enough to build and expand anything, or build a manor, etc., etc. Speaking about the manor, it's called Manor Lords after all. We should probably... we don't have enough goods. Oh, that's right. We're producing the timber right now. But I want to get a... yeah, I want to get a business going in clay. Actually, now that I think about this, couldn't I fit a house in right here? Does this work? It will look a bit weird, probably. It would work, though. Actually, no, this, for some reason this wouldn't work with a double house. Oof. The bull. They stole something. Can't see it in this menu. This would allow me to build a house with an extension right there. I'm gonna do that. They're gonna work in the granary. They weren't producing any food, but that's okay. That is okay. I personally feel like I should start moving the charcoal kiln a bit, but yeah. I don't know if... What is this? Normally you can actually see. This should be a trader, but I can't really...
This is heavier than it looks.
Our food supply is still growing. And our charcoal supply is also still growing. I think what we might want to do is I think these two foresters should be able to keep up with one forester. There shouldn't be a problem. yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put a market here. I think it will just look nice. Here we go, 6 places. Ugh, why? Why does it only make one side big? That's so annoying. I am going to leave this here for now. Yeah, I'm going to leave this here for now. It's whatever. Anyway, houses. I'm going to put some houses, I think, along this road, like this. Something like this, maybe? It's just a bit too small. I would like them to have extensions, if possible. See, it's not connecting correctly. I think it's this one. There we go. This could work. And then what we do is we make a little path towards here. So we have a little square here. On the outskirts of town. I guess maybe we could do this actually, yeah. That could work as well. Turn that into a... Or just this. I guess this works the best. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm pretty undecisive on these things. There we go. All the way towards the end. No. Something like this? That could work. Doesn't look very good though. It's very annoying that I can't see the thing where I'm putting it down. This is strange. There you go. But this is about the same as I had before. Maybe I don't want to make it as big as that. Maybe something like this. This must be exhilarating to watch. Guy puts down houses and get a video game for 3 hours. I guess something like this could work, because then we can maybe put another house over here. Or maybe, yeah, no, this is nice. And we can make this route a little bit larger. We'll build these 3 here. And I'm going to immediately build the rest there as well. There you go. And then the last house will be going over here. Because this would fit exactly. There you go. Perfect. It will be a bit of an awkward corner here, but it's whatever. Let's see. We're going to pause this building. We're going to get... do we have any? The only unassigned family I currently have is this building, isn't it? Yes. What am I going to do with that? I think what I'm going to do with that is... This person should start to get a job after they build some houses. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses built. I'm actually just gonna leave those all open, which is gonna be at least 1, 2. Yes, 1, 2, at least 1, 2 haulers or granary storehouse workers, and it's going to be at least 1, 2 people on clay and mining. And then we'll have 2 left, which we're just gonna be builders, I guess. Or maybe I'll just put them into the granaries and storehouses as well. Who knows? We'll see. Well, we will see. And then what I can do is probably start to measure this out. That's perfect. We could put another 6 burgage plots over there. That's beautiful. Maybe make them a little bit open spaced. Something like this. So they can fit 2 families into 1 plot. And then our town is starting to fill up just nicely. And soon we will start making even more money with the clay and the roof tiles we'll be selling. And at that point, I think I'm gonna start looking towards building my manor over here. And when I build the manor, I am going to take down these bandit camps. Oh, one of them is all the way up here on the slope of this mountain. Interesting. And then I'm going to make sure that I can, let's see. Sorry, it was all tapped for a second. Yes, this one as well. And I'm going to build a new colony in this region. Gabelbachau. Gabelbachau. Gabelbachau? I think that's how you pronounce that. Gabelbachau. Bachau? Nah, I'm not sure. Which is a rich soil and rich iron region. And this iron is going to be instrumental to massively increasing my military capacity, which I don't really need because, well, I'm playing this mostly for the building. But what is going to be necessary for my expansion is going to be the rich soil there is over here, which will basically allow me to produce a lot of barley, which will be turned into beer, and a lot of flax, which can be turned into cloth. And then I basically don't really have to bother with yarn or wool in this area. Maybe I'm even gonna do bread here and support this area with bread. Because I do want to kind of now build the large town over here since it is going so well. And I think this one is, this area is a lot smaller comparatively. Although we could make a really cool looking town on this. Like between these two, I guess you'd call these, is it a brook? It's not really a river, is it? It's more of a stream, I guess. Not really a stream. I guess a brook. A brook is the right word for this, right? Look at that. This game can look so pretty. Very nice, very nice. But yeah, maybe a town over here that goes over into this direction a little bit. Maybe here in the corner we could try to build the castle between the 2 rivers. I don't think these actually work as rivers. I'm pretty sure troops can just walk through these. They don't actually need to use the bridge, but if you do build a road, it will build a little bridge. So, there's that. Yeah, 15 out of 16. This hunting camp is doing miracles for me. Holy shit. It's producing so much small game. Which is funny that it's producing small game. I wonder if the developer's ever gonna add something like big game, I guess? Maybe hunting deer? Venison? Venison would be cool to have, because there is another spot left under the meats section, which could include venison, which is like a famous meat that they don't have yet. We have mutton, we have pork, we have chevon, I guess it's called. Beef? Beef isn't a thing yet in this game, though. Because you can't really produce it from cows. I think that would be very cool to have more diversification. Just more choice in general. Just have a bit of everything. Let's see. I think that's super annoying. That sometimes does happen. You can't really finish all of the roads. Let's see if we can... We can probably put this... very tightly along that building. We want to make sure it fits perfectly. There we go. Because then when we build this, it will grab the right angle. There you go. Yeah. Maybe even make it a little bit larger. Something like this, since it's the end corner anyway. And then all of them will have a little plot. And then this will become a large road as well towards this. And then we can probably fill this out either towards this way or towards this way. But I think I'm gonna just leave this to be the back side of the road, the back road basically. And then we can fill this out later. Or maybe what we could even do is I can still remove this road. And what we could do is just make this a very long road that goes around like this. Nah, that might not look very good. And then I was going to say maybe extend the marketplaces over here, because we can fill these up quite a bit with many more, but we also still have 14 locations in total left. So it's not going to be really necessary. And that one family is definitely pulling its weight. Yeah, we're expanding quite a bit and quite quickly, and I think I might actually just start adding these two as well, because I want to start adding these foresters back. Because I'm not sure whether or not my charcoal production can actually keep up with the woodcutting production. If we also start cutting down so much timber for planks, basically. What we can do, however, is we should definitely think about upgrading these small stables. Or upgrade these two small stables so we can get double the amount of oxen, because we're gonna need those if we're gonna keep expanding and building, especially once we start building the manor house. It's gonna take quite a few well, I want to say minutes, but I think it's gonna take longer than that. It's gonna take quite a long time to actually build and haul all the items towards the manor to produce, not produce, to I guess construct the manor. I also probably built the edge of the town a little bit too close towards, yeah, look, this is very close, but it's okay. We can even put one little house here if we want to. I think it will tell me if I'm building in it. No, it doesn't actually. It doesn't actually tell me. I should probably save before I build something here, because I'm afraid it will move it around. But I can actually build another one here, which would be nice. We can even probably do it like this. Yeah, we can even build a couple more houses over here if we really needed to, but I don't think we're gonna expand it that much. This is a nice little edge of town where there's like a hunting camp and like a little market. From here they go into the forest to hunt. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look very realistic, I guess. I guess we can move this for free though. So if we want, we can move it a little bit further out here.
new nipple.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. First, we're gonna build all of these houses and let them fill up with civilians. I do, however, want to start getting no, I think this is fine. There's no way we're eating all of our mushrooms and all of our small game before we're gonna start touching the pork, the chavon, the carrots and the cabbages. We have eggs and milk as well. I want to actually see some milk. Where are we storing milk? It doesn't seem like we're actually storing any of the milk at the house. Let's see, can I see where it actually currently is? Here, spoilage of milk is very high. Okay, so milk is practically worthless, because it just spoils so quickly that you can never transport it quick enough to the granary. So what we should definitely do before we build more milk, or at least more goats, I guess, goat pens, we should definitely get our amount of haulers up by a significant amount. I think, yeah, we'll put one person in there, one person in there. We can put 2 people in here if we really need to. I like this house. This is a nice little plot. There's a hole in here though, but I guess it's like the back exit or something. It's fine. I think this fits, right? We tested this before. This would fit if we really wanted it to. Does it fit any other way? It does. It would be able to fit one more, but I don't think I'm going to. I think what I'm going to do actually rather though is probably just have a nice little road going around it like this. Maybe we'll just leave this there. And otherwise we can still build I'm pretty sure this should still fit a house. Even with a little burgage plot. Or sorry, a backyard extension. Could we... yeah, we could even do it like this if we wanted to. Which makes it a tiny bit bigger. It didn't fit any other way. Well, we could actually fit it like this apparently. Not sure if I want to do that though. It doesn't look as good in my opinion. We can also just leave it for now, and then eventually, if we truly need to expand a lot, we can do this. Something like this. I'll make it a bit smaller. Maybe this? I don't like that this is not in front of it, but it's okay. And then this could become another market, I guess. I don't think we can really put any more water close by. Not really. Doesn't seem like we can. But the town is rapidly expanding like this. Will be a small while before we're gonna fill this up, and then we have this main street and this little industrial area, which we said we were gonna make. And then we're gonna fill this industrial area up. And I don't think what I'm gonna do is... let's see. Yeah. I don't think what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna move any of this anymore. I'm just gonna leave it, and I'm just not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna leave it and not gonna touch it anymore. So it can just keep producing here. It will look a bit weird having charcoal burners in your backyard, or in their case the front yard. But they do live on the back side of town, so it's not that strange, I guess, because it's a little industrial area, like I said before. But, yeah. Maybe we can make sure that this becomes a little street. And then put another one over here. And then just have the city end at this crossroad. So we only build houses up until there. That could be nice. Although I wish that moving buildings was easier or less costly. Because I like the idea of being able to build long plots like this, but then also halfway through when you start needing more space, that you can basically half them, and that you have an entrance on this side and have an entrance on that side, instead of it just staying in one plot. Basically, once we can do cities. Anyway, let's wait until these houses fill up and we get some more laborers. And then what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna add them towards... these are working rather slow. I would have assumed they would be faster. I guess there's not that many trees in this area. That is annoying. Yeah, then we probably want to quickly add some people. Yeah, we need to quickly add some extra people as foresters. And then we probably want to stop building so much timber again, but we do want to start getting some planks going so we can build our manor. We can start taxing our villagers a bit. We have a tithe approval malice, but we aren't gonna tithe them, we're gonna tax them. Because a tithe is basically a church tax, which is mostly paid in food. Historically, at least, and in the game as well. It still gives influence, but I don't know. This works from this corner. It makes it look a little bit wonky. I wish you could have circle backyards, or like non-rectangular ones, I guess I should say. And you could, I guess, if I do it individually. If I just make them each myself, and then have one a little bit more. This just doesn't look very good, does it? I don't know. I'm not sure about this yet. Maybe could be make it very simply just this. And then be done with it. But I don't think that's gonna look very nice. Doesn't look very good. Actually, I wonder something. If I built this along this road, it would allow me to get backyard extensions on these houses, which is nice. Which means we could continue the city on this part as well. I think I might just do that. We'll leave that for now.
Summer's come soon, and soon the beating sun.
There you go. So we can build another block if necessary. I mean, you do want to build it a bit grid-based, even in a game like this, where you don't have to and it doesn't look as pretty. Because it's just efficient. That's basically it. Efficiency. It's all efficiency. Actually, I'm gonna check something real quick because I bought a Steam Deck. I wanna see if it's... they send it my way yet. No, not yet. It's on the way though, but they don't have a tracking number for it yet. Oh well, that's too bad. Let's see, do we have any citizens yet? Not really. We should also think about what we're going to put here. I think I might want to put some extra vegetable gardens and maybe some... some more chicken? Because the eggs are very much worth it, because they don't spoil as quickly, it seems. This milk has very high spoilage, but it isn't also not... it's not actually collected in here. I haven't seen eggs in here. And eggs have supposedly very low spoilage, which is interesting, because you'd think that meat would spoil quicker. It does, actually. Never mind. Huh. Vegetables spoil as quickly. Less quick than eggs. Eggs are actually quite durable then. I don't know, in real life, how long can you keep eggs good for? Like 2 weeks? In the fridge, at least. Maybe like a week and a half or something? Like 10 days in outside of the fridge?
Summer's coming soon, and soon the beating sun.
I guess that's quite long compared to having no fridge and having to keep vegetables good and meat as well. Am I going to do this though? That's the question. Sure, that looks fine. I don't mind having to put in a lot of extra roads, because in the end of the day it does look kind of nice. Because people are walking these paths, you know? Actually, although I could just remove this road, couldn't I? Yeah. Yeah, what I could do is I could probably remove this. And then just do this. There you go. those houses should be nearly built. I think all of them are built. Now we just wait for people to come in. Let's see, we got at least one of them. I guess it starts filling these up first. Yes, it does. Now let's see. Oh, that's an invalid assignment. Where do you work, brother? The woodcutter over there. Okay, how about you then also work in this forester hut? And then, who's the person we have left? I think it's this one, isn't it? Yes, this one's unassigned. We'll keep it unassigned for now. Okay, our food is dipping again a little bit, which is not too big of a problem. We are easily keeping up with the charcoal sale as well. So we are going to start selling charcoal as well. Let's see. We don't... I think we want to just put up a production limit for this, so it doesn't go ham on them. Maybe 100 or maybe 50, and then we just sell all 50 of them constantly, which I think is a good idea. They sell for, what was it, 2 each, I think, which is lower than I expected. I think in previous saves it used to be a lot more profitable. Yeah, it's only 2 each, while normal clay sells for just 1 each, so that's not worth it.
We all know what that means, don't we?
I wish we could make bricks out of clay, because I feel like clay could be a lot more useful
Summer's coming soon, and soon the beating sun.
than just like roof tiles. I mean, I understand that for a castle building you'd need dressed stone, but for like normal houses you should be able to just use
We all
like
know what that means.
clay bricks, right?
Bring this here, move that there, on and on.
You could even make it so that this is just a clay furnace in general, which then also has the option to produce clay bricks, right? Not just tiles. Even this picture, this could work as bricks, who cares? Or edit the picture a little bit to make it look like they're also bricks on the picture, and not just the roof tiles. I mean, castle walls wouldn't be made out of clay bricks, but houses would definitely be made out of clay bricks. It's a pretty durable material. But it would definitely be very brittle, so... At least it's durable comparatively to the houses they make out of wood, I guess. I'm going to assume this is just plaster. Right, so it insulates the wood better and it keeps it from rotting as quickly. Could also be a layer of clay though, but it's probably just chalk,
Carry this alone.
I guess. Or, well, plaster. Yeah, plaster is made out of chalk. I think we can already produce that though, can we not? Lime, yeah, you can make mortar from lime.
Summer's coming soon, and soon the beating sun.
Yeah, I think it's cool, but I wish there were so many more production chains. Just so you can diversify these towns, right? Like right now, we have this clay here, and this salt, which is nice and all, but Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you could do more with, for instance, the clay, because right now you only make the roof tiles from it, which simply they aren't really worth selling. It's only 2. I mean, nah, I shouldn't complain. It's good money, but yeah. I can literally play this game for hours. It's just so incredibly calming.
This is heavier than
Oh, this is dipping again. I guess the initial boost you get from spring evaporates rather quickly. Still waiting on another person to join this house, so we can get another forester going. Food is going back up, which is nice. And firewood seems to be producing just fine. As long as these foresters keep planting all these trees, they will try to find the nearest tree to cut down. They can replant them. If we really need food, we can always turn something in a small holder. I might speed this up a little bit, because we need those people to start doing stuff. So we're gonna speed it up a little bit. Oh, it's starting to rain. Some spring rain in April.
Why do I have to carry this alone?
Oh, the rain was... It's raining quite hard.
This is heavier.
How are we doing on timber? Oh, perfect. Okay, we're maxing out on timber. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove one of these people, put them on planks. There we go. So we can start making some more planks. So we can eventually upgrade these buildings as well. I just need that last point of
Summer's coming soon.
goods.
Soon the beat sun.
Market food variety. I guess we can start producing some honey as well, I guess.
On and on.
'Cause I don't want to be left. 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 'Cause I don't want to be left
can make this into a pretty big city if we want to. Just be mostly low-tier buildings. There we go. Now we have 4 foresters working on this giant area. Eventually, the timber will just slow down because they're not going to be producing more than they can. Same with here. I think we should start thinking about importing tools. Because we're making quite good money with that. So let's say, yeah, let's just get tools. Might be a bit of a waste. That's okay. Let's import tools until we reach 15. That should be enough. That way we don't import too much at once. And we can keep up with our 2 a year here. This is 1, this is 2, so it's 5, 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 a year at least. And I think the charcoal we have is gonna last us a long time. So we should definitely think about selling that pretty soon as well. And then we can start building the manor and tax them. I mostly only start taxing once I reach like a 1,000 for this is pretty good. Because otherwise you just tax them for like a couple gold. Which doesn't seem worth it in my opinion. And we should really not forget about these bandit camps. Right. Let's upgrade this stable space. Both of them. And then we're gonna add 2 more
Come along, lad.
oxen to those.
He's heavy.
Which will speed up the production as well as building. Gonna speed it up again. I think I might want to start producing a little bit more food to keep catching up with the production we currently have. So let's pick the biggest one here and let's at least add some more vegetable gardens. This one. 2 vegetable gardens. I'll get some more pigs here. Now put another chicken here. And then maybe 1 more goat as well. There you go. carrots are keeping up quite nicely against the cabbage. Because I think this is the only one in which we have cabbage, and the other two, this one and this one, are carrots. There we go, that's one small stable. I think what we could just do is just do this. It should just bring them over. And then in the next month we can, because it takes 30 days, we can also add another one to it, so we have 4 oxen. I hope it actually puts them in here though, and not stable them in here, because then I'll just have to destroy this building for a bit. Okay, there we go, we bought some tools apparently. Yes, now we're back up to 15 tools. Which is about double what we need right now. So every year we should only spend about 10 tools, so that's like 110 I think in total. No, it's actually 13 per tool. 130 per year. Which we definitely can afford with the current salt we produce. Which will slow down, I believe, once we infinitely mine it from the deep mine. But what we could then do is exceed the maintenance, so it produces a bit more and it's more stable. Let's see, what do we want to put here? I think what we want to do is one more cabbage, and we'll do some more carrots. And we were going to do some pigs. Let's do the pigs here. Since it's, well, no, let's do the goats here, since it's a little bit closer to this granary, I guess. So the milk doesn't spoil as quickly, although this one would be relatively quick. I'm not sure if they can actually get through it from the back, but it's okay. I guess this would have been shorter. Oh well, it's a tiny mistake, it doesn't really matter. Got chickens here. Pigs here. There you go. That should definitely be able to give us a large boost to our food income. Or food production, I should say. We also have this house. Doesn't have a backyard, but looks rather nice. Oh, the man stole some carrots. Nothing to worry about. How's that firewood coming along? Pretty well. Timber and planks. The planks, the sad thing about this is, even though it reaches the maximum amount of planks right now, it will still cost us maintenance because we have someone employed there. So we might want to keep an eye on that so we don't waste too many tools a year, because they are still quite expensive. I guess we do make enough money to afford it, but don't want to waste them unnecessarily. reached another 100 firewood. This is still merrily ticking along. We will probably sell it quicker than we actually use it. We have 33 months, which is more than enough,
You spat it in my face.
even
Tried to
for
carve me a new
this. And I'm gonna set this to refuel, maybe a bit more, so they don't have to waste as much time running back and forth each month. Because this requires fueling, and every month it requires one, so... Like this, they would do 2 or 3 months before they have to refuel. Actually, that's not really necessary if it's that close, right? Maybe if it would have been further away, so it's has some backup, but it's, I guess, not needed. I really want to get that extra approval tick. And then we have this family as well.
You spat it in my face. Tried to carve me a new nipple.
I think I might have made a little mistake here. This is probably going to cause traffic jams eventually. Let's see what happens. Otherwise we might just have to remove this granary here. Or maybe we should have given it a little bit more space. Because these roads are going to start to get quite busy. Does seem like they actually... Yes, it's actually going in here. Let's get that 4th ox. There's one waiting and one gathering. Good.
Come on, laddie, come on.
The more we have, the better. And luckily, these don't require upkeep just yet. Maybe they will in the future.
This is heavier than it looks. Bring this here, move that there, on and on.
Okay, it's actually going down again. Yeah, that food variety needs to go up, so we should probably start to check. We can't do that here. We don't really have an extra building where we can do that. I guess the food variety will have to wait. Although it would be nice to start to get it going, maybe. Aha, we don't have a plot here yet. What if we just put... What's this worker? It's a miner. So what about... we give that miner the ability to produce... an orchard? This will not produce a lot of it though. So maybe we want to just put an orchard as a smallholder. Somewhere over here. Maybe have like a large plot, something like... It's maybe a little bit too big, but... that doesn't look very nice, I don't like that. What about this? Let's see. This is the corner, I guess. And then it doesn't snap to the road. Ah, that's too bad. What if we do it like this? And then we trail it around till we see the spot like this. This also doesn't look very good, does it? Probably just end up being something like this. This seems like a nice large orchard we could build. I think what we're going to do is we're going to,
Why do I
before they have to do this again, I think I'm just going to unselect the saw pit and logging camp, because that way we don't cut down as much, the forests can be planted a bit quicker, and we only produce firewood, and it also saves us a bit on tools. And eventually 1, 2, 3, 4 months
This is heavier than it
this
looks.
will be fully built, which is going to be, yeah, just in time for winter. How's the salt going? 800. We already extracted around 300 in total. Let's see, we should be able to see. Yeah, so in the last 30 days, they already produced 30 salt. 30 times 4 is 120. So 120 each month we produce. We don't sell that much, but yeah. Should probably start thinking about getting horses for this building. I'm going to assume they're going to stable them here, just right next to it, so that's perfect. Next to the trading post, the general trader. Immediately upgrade these buildings actually, so that they are better at storing food, because I'm pretty sure the spoilage rate decreases the better. Doesn't seem like it though. The better the granite. Let's say it here though. Further reduces food spoilage.
This is heavier than it looks.
Was he running? Why was he running? It's unassigned, he's waiting. Yeah, that's these two people. I think I might maybe move this charcoal kiln over here. It would fit in quite nicely there, and it wouldn't get into the way of a second clay pit, if we wanted to get that. Probably something like here. It does increase the collapse chance, it says, so I don't think we're going to do that for now. 'Cause we would need many tools for that, so we can keep up the chance of collapsing it down by increasing the amount of tools we give a maintenance.
We all know what that means.
We're doing okay on eggs as a secondary source. We don't have fish at all, I think. The only way for us to get fish would be here. I don't think there's any other fish on the map. Must say, I do like these pictures, but it's a lot harder to see which is what. There's fish here. No fish here. No, I'm pretty sure this is the only fish on the top of the mountain. Oh no, there's an eel over here. A large resource even. Also with the only rich stone. So it would be kind of nice to maybe build a village down here somewhere in the future to get the stone. Or we'd have to take over this region and import it from over here. The AI is building rather nice villages. See our town all the way in the distance. Very nice. These maps are beautiful. do wonder how this is going to expand further. Ah, nice. That's actually smart. Use the corners like this for buildings like that. This is also a very nice tower. This is AI. This is Woodcutter's Lodge over here. It doesn't seem to build foresters though to replant the things they cut down. So eventually they should need to just keep buying it. Just interesting if you think about it. I also eventually want to build a little village over here, because we can make some rye from this place. The emmer is okay here. I think I just want to do rye, so we have an extra source of food if we need it in the communal, in the rye bread, which we can also sell for 3 gold if we, or 3 silver if we really want to. This is annoying. We need to get that food variety up a little bit because we're just missing that one point. Maybe put that here. An apiary in the backyard. I think I'm gonna stop this again once it reaches 100 or 200 firewood, and then gonna set them both to produce charcoal. We'll just get even more charcoal.
Bring this here, move that there, on and on.
We're probably gonna set the limit of the charcoal. We already reached 500. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start selling charcoal as well. And we should really think about getting those horse traders. Oh, sorry, horses for the trader. Firewood. Aha, charcoal is actually completely down now. So it's not worth selling. So we should probably stop producing this much. And then just let it tick down, since we're not going to be able to sell it for a lot. Let's just put this person on charcoal. Let that tick down as well. Then we'll see where we stand. We currently have 3 years worth of firewood stored, so that's more than enough. We were going to assign these to the granaries and the storehouses, and then this one probably not, but this one This one will probably just go into clay. Can I upgrade these? No, I cannot. If I truly needed another one, I could upgrade this one. Yeah, we should just get that one last point so we can hover it around 80. But I'm not sure why it's what it is, right? This is all getting planted back quite quickly. Probably take another year, maybe 2, before most of this will be filled up. And we have at least that much firewood for the coming time, so it shouldn't be a problem since we're not selling it after all, since it's not going to be worth much. Which I am afraid now the roof tiles will be too, since that other AI also has roof tiles he can sell. We'll see what happens. Otherwise we might just end up selling clay. And then I think I should really start thinking about starting a new settlement tomorrow in the new region. I think I'm going to start speeding this along for a bit, so we get these houses filled up. Bandits stealing some stuff still. That's why we should probably start thinking about building the manor as well. Which I am actually going to do right now, I think. Be a nice something to do in the meantime, while we wait. Let's see if no one is really stuck anymore. It seems to have fixed that bug. Don't see anything right out of the ordinary. Anyway, our manor, we want to build over here. Let's see, how would we make this look nice? I guess with this in the back could be kind of dangerous if you think about it. I also don't want to destroy too much of the forest to keep this up. Maybe over here. Build it somewhere like this. And then have a little castle going over here. I think that might be nice. Because what we could do is technically even remove some of this and just start replanting over here to get that forest affinity way up. we lacking water supply? Yes, we are, apparently. Ah, that is quite annoying. Okay, so we should either build another well somewhere, or expand the wells into the stone ones. You could, however, build more well over here. It's rather annoying that I don't have any water here. It's okay. I guess we're just going to increase these. Or this one, maybe. I guess so, since the most live close to here. I mean, we do have the stone, so it's not really a big deal. Just upgrade them both, so they can supply 100 worker spots, which we are not even close to. We have 23. An exact population of 69. We only get one monthly migration because of the approval. Which I'm not sure how we're gonna get up. I guess the last food source we can produce is honey in this region. Besides that, we're producing practically everything except bread. I mean, we could start looking into bread. Wouldn't hurt. Gonna want to check the rye. Yeah, there we go. I think we want to do something like this. This will be exactly 1 Morgan. And the last one. Which will even be in the 3. It's not completely straight. Let's put it something like this. There we go. $3 Morgan worth of barley, or rye, I mean. 90% even. That's great. This is gonna yield probably 30, 40 at least. This one's almost 100 even. Let's put these all on fallow for now. Let's see, what else would we need? We would need a farmhouse for that, which we can build close by. Maybe something like this. And a windmill, which would get 100% efficiency over here. Somehow, I can't see that realistically being the case, but this is a video game, so who cares? I'm gonna probably build it something like this, so it overlooks the fields a bit. This is 100, so I'm gonna believe it, and I'm gonna put it down. And then I'm gonna put down a farmhouse over here. And then we want to have at least some water, maybe even, which we can, perfect. We'll put it here, like this. And then we'll have little pathways going towards the fields. Like this. And maybe some smaller paths like this. We want maybe a path to go towards the back of the mill. And this, I guess this is fine for now. I don't think this is gonna look very good. That looks a bit weird. I'll probably just roll with this. Okay. And then we want a road towards our town. Let's say it will feed into this main road, actually. That would look kind of nice, I think. So it would go something like this. There we go. And then, of course, we build some houses. We want to get at least 2 people working in the... Do we actually need a granary here? Feel like we should probably get a granary just to be sure. Yeah, I'll put it right there. We'll just disable everything here except for storing. We'll see what happens. These are all the buildings that we need for this. Let's finish up these paths. Let's see, there would probably become a path off of this road. Something like this. And something maybe going around. There we go. That looks kind of nice. And then we can build some housing over here. This would give 4. Which would be 1 for the windmill, 1 for the granary, and 2 for the farmhouse, which is perfect. It's exactly what we want. So we did something like this. We can make these quite large. Will look quite nice. 1 more tick. Like this. Perfect. Trying to rebuild these wells. It's taking a while, it seems. We have 3 people. Which I'm actually not sure where they are. I know there's 2 over here, which we have unassigned. And I think... one of these. No. There's one moving in here. I guess it is this one? Yes, okay. So this person. I think we might add this person right away now towards the... just the granary. So we have more people hauling the food in general. We don't really need that for the storehouse as much as we need it for the granaries. So we have a person here, which is unassigned, which I think I'm just going to leave unassigned for now so they can plow the fields, and then eventually we'll move them into the mining pit. And then I'll help building with this. Which will start up our food production for bread. So we might want to think about a communal oven. Does this? It does. It fits here perfectly. Let's see if we can flip it. Like this. maybe? Or something like this? Where else would I put it? There is some space left here. I don't think that looks very nice. There in the middle of town. I think it would look nice over here with the granary. Let's put it down like this.
Let's get to work.
Which we should probably have enough people to feed into, because we can upgrade some of these. For instance, this one for an extra worker, which could work the communal oven. But we won't have to worry about that for at least another year.
Come on, laddie, come on. Bring this here, move that.
Yeah, this town can run for a while without needing much input. gonna take a while before this is all built and filled up. Should probably start thinking about getting a tanner as well. Let's see. Tannery. Want to build it a little bit out of town. Maybe back here? Although it would be very close to the water sources we have, which is not ideal, since it is a tanner. So just make them have to walk unnecessarily far. Maybe back here is the right choice. Also still be quite a lot of walking for them. Probably going to leave it here for a while, and tomorrow I'll start streaming again and we'll probably start a new town over here.